Hello, my loves. Welcome back to our podcast. We are the Babbling Sisters. I'm Nellie.
I'm Riss. I was not ready.
And I'm Steph.
Was not. But there you go.
Wow, we're starting this off great.
I know my own name because I caught on to that real fast.
I gave you so much time.
I was
fine.
like head down, was not ready, was not going, didn't know we were recording, but we're here. We're good. We got this.
Welcome. Welcome to the chaos.
We messy. We messy.
The dimples come through. Dimples come through. Anyway, today Today we're going to talk about health and fitness.
Yep.
Right, Steph? That's what we're talking
That's
about.
what we're talking about today.
That's a whole bag.
This whole program.
A whole bag to unload. I couldn't remember what she wrote it up as. I'd be like, we're talking about, and it'd be like, health and fitness, and I'd be like, my bad. Edit that.
Scratch that.
Rewind. It's the remix. Yeah, I'm truly silly today. Maybe I'm tired.
Great.
I don't know. I think I'm doing great. So, health and fitness is like a whole huge bag. Maybe that's why I'm being goofy, because it's a lot. It's a huge thing to discuss.
It is.
Especially for us thickums.
Yep.
BBWs, you know. We all have had our journeys, so we want to definitely take a moment to talk about our journey thus far, the good, the bad, the ugly, things that have helped us, things that we've noticed, stigmas against plus size women, well on health and fitness journeys. There's a whole lot happening in this episode. Oh, buckle up. About to be a bumpy ride. Woo! So, I guess I'll start with my journey thus far, so you guys get an understanding of where I'm coming from in regards to health and fitness. I've always been a big girl. Always. I can't remember. I feel like this is the smallest I've been in my whole adult life. Probably, yeah. I think I was this size in high school, to be completely honest. I wear a size 16 right now, just to give you an idea. You know, my ladies understand what that. The men are all gonna be sitting here like
what? Every time I mention sizes, women's sizes to my husband, he's like, "What are you talking about?"
What exactly does that mean? Don't worry about it. This is for the ladies. So, my largest size that I wore was a 28. So I've always been yo-yo dieting. You know, that's something we definitely will start to unravel in this episode, okay? The yo-yo dieting. I've tried everything. Keto, Weight Watchers. We are in no way endorsing, promoting, or down talking any of these. Just our own personal experiences, opinions, and that's that.
I think
So
the different are individual. Some ones work for some people, some don't.
Absolutely.
And I think
what works for one does not work for the other.
Yep.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, I tried weight loss. I tried Slim Fast. I tried pills. Anything you could possibly imagine, I've tried it. I even had what's that?
I didn't know you tried pills.
Well, it was like wheat pills. I don't know. It began with some X. It was like some weight loss pills that was supposed to like help curb hunger. It was over the counter stuff. It wasn't.
I think I know what those are, but I don't remember the name.
Bedroom or something like that.
It begins with an
It
X,
was
though.
probably one of the ones that was recalled too.
Most likely.
They all get
We
put
still
out and then they all get recalled.
It was one of those commercials where they say, if you take this, you'll lose weight, but you will have this and this
Right.
and that and this and that and that and might die.
This pill during this time.
But you'll look skinny
Please call
daily.
our law office.
But guess
Yeah,
what? You'll be a skinny bee.
I probably could call all of them right now. I even did like the green tea pills and the acai colon cleanse pills, and I did it all up until 2017 when I underwent weight loss surgery. I had the bariatric sleeve surgery done, and I ended up losing about 100 pounds. And then exactly a year later, I got pregnant and gained a lot of it. Not a lot of it back during the pregnancy. I gained about 40 back, but then due to complications with my daughter, she's great, by the way. We'll unravel all that another episode. But due to the stress and the long hospital stay, I was stress eating. Oh, I am an emotional eater, and with stress, angry, sad, like I'm eating. Um, and then I gained more weight back. So my highest weight was 378, I believe, around there, pre-surgery. And then I got down to 256. And then I went back up. I think when I started now, my lifestyle changed. We're going to call it, girl. I was 304, and now I am 239. So I have been up, down, around, flip it, reverse, flap it,
Bit down. Oh no.
flip it. All of it.
I think
Like,
most
you
people
want to
can
talk
relate
about
to
the
that though.
yo-yo?
Yeah.
I did the yo-yo. I got stuck. Slap back up, stuck. Slap. I, I did it all. I did it all. So that's my journey thus far. Um, who wants to share their journey?
I can go. It does me. Okay, I can go. I too have always been overweight and plus size from as early as I can remember. I also tried lots of diets, not as many of the different diets, but I tried lots of different diets and different things to try, and I would lose some weight here and there and then gain it back and blah de blah. At my highest, I was 333, size 26. And then something in January 2020. Usually I'll make a resolution, a New Year's resolution.
As we all do.
Yeah, as we all do. But January 2020, I decided I wasn't going to make one that year. I was just like, nope, not going to do it. I was like, I'm just going to work on me and just be me. And then on January 2nd, I was like, fuck this, I'm doing it. Excuse me, sorry. And I was like, I hit a wall, and I was just done. I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. I was tired of being tired. I was tired of being cranky. I was just tired and exhausted. I just needed it to be over. I started on my own with little baby steps, making sure I drank enough water, trying to move a little bit every day because I was very stationary at the time. I really didn't do a lot. Like if I didn't have to move, that was my preferred state. Like sitting. Now I barely sit. This is like the longest I sit is in this chair for this podcast. I'm always up doing things. But anyway, I did that for about a year, and I lost 60 pounds? Yeah, about 60 pounds. I was down to 271, and then I got stuck for 3 months, and it just wasn't moving. Started getting really frustrated. Started picking up snacks again, and I said, girl, you're going right back down that road.
Nah.
Right back down. And I could see it. And at that point, my sister had started with a trainer, and she was getting some good results. And Riss had started with the trainer, and she was getting good results. And everybody else I knew was starting with the trainer, and they were all getting good results. And I said, no, don't leave me. So I
And then
got with the
everybody
trainer.
was a trainer.
I started with him in May of this year, May of 2021. Um, and now in December, I am down to 195 pounds.
Hey, hey.
And this is absolutely the lowest I've ever been in my adult and probably teenage life. So the best shape of my
Can I
life.
just say that I don't mean to interrupt you, but let me interrupt you. Um, that's absolutely amazing because, in all honesty, like, I mean, we've all struggled with weight and the up and the down and, getting stuck in PCOS. And that's a
Yep.
whole nother weight issue that we both suffer from. But to get down below 200, which was your goal by the time you turned
A certain age.
Don't.
certain age,
Yeah.
uh, and
And I
you made
hit that
it
goal 10 months early.
well in advance,
Yep.
okay? So
I
I'm
had to make a new
so
one.
proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm super proud of you. Woo.
Yeah, it's been
Killing
crazy.
You done with your journey because I interrupted rudely,
Yeah, no,
but
yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at now. I'm sticking with it. I needed the change, and I feel I'm like a completely different person. I was literally I've lost almost 140 pounds total, so a whole person was on my
Person.
back
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah,
a
A whole person. I was carrying a whole
hmm
person with me, and now that person's gone, and it just
yeah.
feels so much lighter.
and you don't want that person
I,
there.
I don't. That
I being
person. That no,
whole
that
person.
person's gone.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm down like I think like 144 in total,
Yeah,
but
that's a
almost
whole person too.
that's
70,
that. Yeah, it is. It's a whole
almost
person.
You have
70
two whole
with this
people.
trainer. Yeah,
Two whole
yeah,
people.
two people together.
Two people. Two persons gone.
um, but yeah, Rissa, what's your journey?
My journey. My journey is interesting. I've always been heavy and overweight, but I've always been very active. My issue is I love sports, love playing sports. I work in retail, so I'm always on my feet, always moving around, always picking boxes, but it's bad eating habits. You wake up not hungry in the morning, so don't eat in the morning. Go right to work, get into it, have coffee, run around. By 2 o'clock, you're like, I'm starving, so I'm going to put everything and anything I can eat in my mouth, eat that. And then
Yep.
you get home, not hungry right away because you ate a huge meal at 2 o'clock. And then by 9 o'clock, you're like, gotta have dinner. And at that point, it's too late. It's kind of always been like that um, for me. Kind of similar to Steph. It wasn't 20. We're in 2021 now.
We are.
In 2021, so 2020, I did good with losing weight because of um, being in a pandemic, not having even thinking about eating and having time and dealing with all that working in retail. Um, but then holidays came around, you put it back on, and you're eating more than you should be, and all that stuff. And then 2021, I started something on my own and started doing 2 shakes a day. I had ordered, powder and all that stuff, and started doing 2 shakes a day and eating only one meal for lunch. So I would do a shake in the morning. That's always been a problem to eat in the morning for me. So I would do a shake, eat lunch, and do a shake for dinner. So I wasn't eating so late at night, and that worked. Lost 20, 25 pounds with that. And then, as Stephanie said, we all joined with the trainer. Did really good with the trainer. Um, Down about 40, 45 pounds for the year. Definitely stopped with the trainer, unfortunately. Kind of got into bad habits. Have not put anything back on, thankfully, but haven't lost anything
That's good though.
since then.
Maintaining is good.
Joined the gym in the summer. I joined the gym. Unfortunately, some situations, my family dog passed away, and all that stuff throws you off your schedule. So it was rough times over here for a couple of weeks, couple of months. Stopped going to the gym. Still have it. So as soon as kind of Christmas is over, I'm going right back into it. Have a basketball court, have a pool, which is something that I love doing. It's not the working out part for me. It's the timing and all of that stuff and when you're eating and such and such. So I was talking to Nels before we got on the show that as soon as January comes around, I'm not going to go back with the trainer right now, but I will follow this last plan we had together for a little bit and see if I can get back into it,
Nice.
into the swing of things and get back to the gym.
For sure. I honestly, and I mean, even he would say, I'm in no way plugging for him, but at the same time, I'm just telling y'all
I
what
figure we're
works.
probably gonna put links for him
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
In advance, Alex.
yeah, sorry about
I
that.
will say, I
um,
mean, we just told you out of everything we've done, all of us have done
uh,
different things. The two shakes, the weight loss,
Yep,
the Weight Watchers, this and this. He actually worked for all three of us in, different ways at different times. All of us took off weight, and we have other friends that did it. So
it's true.
really, at the end of the day, it is.
well,
It
what I'll
might not
say
work
is,
for you, but the majority will probably work the way
right.
he
Well,
does his
what
dieting.
what I will say is, at least with him, and it's the first thing that I've ever done. Like I've worked with nutritionists. I did the weight loss surgery. I had a personalized nutritionist telling me what to eat, what not to eat. Um, but it wasn't the same. And these are medical professionals. These are people who you go through surgery with. These are people who do this 24/7 with thousands and thousands of patients at time. Like they're supposed to know all. And I got stuck and couldn't move, and they were just like, "Oh, well, you should be doing better." Well, help me do better. So with joining with Alex, like in all honesty, it's like a breath of fresh air. He motivates you. He takes no BS. Like he will not take the excuses. You're an adult, you're grown, you're paying for it, make the best out of it. He will give you all the tools necessary. So when your time is up with him, you have the tools that he gave you, and it's up to you to use them.
Yep.
Um, and he really just shows you he's very passionate about it. And to be 100% honest, going into it, I was scared because I was like, you want me to take pictures of my body?
Oh no,
You want
that's
me to
frightening.
send these
Yeah, I was the
pictures?
same way.
And then it comes Alex all ripped and fluffy, all these muscles, and I'm just like, you want to see this fluff? Hold on, cause I don't think you ready. Oh, this. And I was like, F it. I'm just gonna do it.
Yep.
And I did. And no judgment at all. He makes you feel amazing, like you're a human. And even though he works with hundreds of people, he gives you your time and he's always available. I have admittedly fallen off, not off my diet. I still follow it. I'm just really sucky at the exercise portion of it right now because life, I'm going through it. I'm going through a whole hell of a lot. And emotional uh, outside stresses definitely affect how you deal. And I got to the point where I'm just tired of answering to anybody. Sorry, Alex. He hasn't even hit me up and bothered me. I feel like he knows my mental is off. He's giving me that little bit of time. He's like, all right, Biddy, you paid. Your time, click, tick tock, tick tock. But I definitely am still sticking with it because, like I said, I mean, it's the only thing that's worked.
It really is
I
the only thing that has
feel
worked for
the
me.
best that I have felt in forever. Um, but right now I just need to handle my life and get my ish together and get back home and get right back on the train and get it cracking. But like I said, I'm still on my diet. I won't change that. I won't allow that to affect me. Even though I've cheated a couple times, and I've always gone up and down. I've always gotten stuck, even on the diet. But I think I've only gained like 2.5 pounds in the last 4 weeks. But like I've fluctuated up and
You
down.
fluctuate a
Um,
lot too. If you were to actually weigh yourself every day, you would notice that there's a fluctuation of a few pounds.
Oh, I know there is. I know there is. And then with the whole PCOS and then with the bloating and
Yep, for sure.
girl, being a woman is difficult, okay? Don't listen. Don't ever one thing I definitely want to say while it's on my brain is I hear so many people say, "Well, I only lost a pound." Do you know what a pound of fat looks like?
Seriously.
Do you know how hard it is to get rid of that? I need y'all to just go onto the Googles
Yep.
and just Google 1 pound of fat. Look at the image
Yep.
and tell me that that's not amazing that you dropped that. Don't ever say I only lost a pound. No, baby,
Nope.
baby, you lost a pound. Okay. You got to give yourself credit because I honestly feel like a lot for me it was motivation and when I felt like it wasn't coming off fast enough. But we didn't put the weight on overnight. Let's be real. It's not gonna come off overnight. Um, and that's something that we all have to really remember. Like, I think in this society, we're so used to instant results, right?
Instant, yep.
You go in, you get your facelift, boom, you're done. No, no, baby, it don't work like that. No, no. So we really need to give ourselves a break when it comes to that. Um, the other thing I feel like there's so much stigma uh, against women and dieting and plus size women especially with dieting they look at you like, oh well, if you just ate right.
Right.
Like, it's not always all about that.
Mhm.
Like Chris said, it was the timing. Like, yes, she has had those moments where she eats the wrong things, but in all reality, she's not overeating. I feel like when they see a big girl, and I've even at times at my heaviest felt uncomfortable going out to eat at restaurants, even though I'm eating healthy, because they're looking at you like, should you be putting that in your mouth? Bitch, you need to live, okay? Mind your mouth, not mine.
I think on the flip side, you also get like people like, "Oh, you're not going to eat all of that." No, I'm not hungry. Just because I'm
Right.
big doesn't mean I finish my plate every meal I eat.
It's true.
Thank you, Riz. Thank you.
But
And,
it's true.
that happened a lot after surgery too. And they're like, "Oh, which really? Don't be shy.
That's what
My
you get.
stomach is about this big,
If
ho."
I want to down this hamburger, I'm gonna down this hamburger. It ain't
Right.
you, baby.
If
It's
I'm
because I'm
starving,
full.
it is all gone. Like,
Right, exactly. It ain't because I'm trying to be dainty in front. You see, I'm big. It ain't like I don't eat.
I didn't get this way because I
Right,
avoided food. Like,
Oh
exactly. I
my
didn't want
god.
it.
Honestly,
so
I really feel like, and it makes it difficult for us because then we feel uncomfortable, and then we're like, we feel like we gotta explain. Like, I don't know how many times I'll be like, even the at the restaurant, like the waitress or the manager comes like, "Was everything okay? You sure everything's fine?" And I'm like, "Yeah, everything's fine. I'm full. Are you sure? Like, you don't want something else?" Like, all right, so I had weight loss surgery. I can only eat about yay much. Like, I'm trying to be normal out here, and you making it hard on a bitch. Like, leave me alone, please and thank you. Like, I can't stand that people just want to constantly open their mouth and whatever you're putting into your mouth or not putting into your mouth, and they always have something to say. I feel
Being
like it
big
definitely
doesn't
makes things
also
difficult.
mean that you ate a lot. It could be a health thing.
oh,
Your
of course,
thyroid
there's
could be
always
off.
other
Your
issues.
this
Yeah,
could be. There's always stuff that's going
Yeah,
on. Like,
and you never know what's
right?
going on.
and you never know. And that's something I would say definitely. And I'm lacking on it. I'm getting better. We've talked about it. I'm going to go to the doctor this year,
Yeah.
in
I had
January
a
and get checked.
doctor's appointment today, guys.
I
I
know,
know,
but
the
it is
first one in like
important.
20 years.
It
7
is
years.
important because you get from me. I'll share my personal thing. Like I feel shy or embarrassed to go. It's like, okay, I'm big. What's going to be wrong with me when they go and check this, this, and this?
Yep.
But seriously, it is super important. As much as I put it off, I know I need to do it. I've made an appointment with my primary care.
Good job.
Got stuff going on because it doesn't matter. You do need to get those things checked out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that might be part of the reason why, for some people, and I think it's some part of why I'm not losing weight as fast as I think I should be losing weight is I think something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's other things going on
Oh.
here, but there's stuff going on that's making me believe there might be a thyroid or it might be something internal that's going on
Mm-hmm.
that's keeping me from losing the weight that I feel like I should be
Yeah.
Should be losing
losing
it.
faster.
Ooh, like for me and Steph, it was PCOS. And also for Steph, it's her gluten allergy.
Yep.
There are a lot of things, and I feel like I don't want to say all, but majority of society is very insensitive when it comes to weight and being overweight. And there's a stigma that if you're overweight, you're unhealthy. I will tell you, I don't have any of the issues that they claim because of being overweight. I never had cholesterol issues. I never had high blood pressure. I never, diabetes. I never had any of that. I was never even borderline diabetic. So, I mean, yeah, you can sit there and you can say, "Oh, well, you were just one of the lucky ones." Like, but was I really? Because then you got skinny people out here with all of it. So for me, I feel like, and to go back to your point, Risk, like you feel uncomfortable going to the doctors, and it's really the health industry's fault because of the fact that, whenever a bigger person goes in, no matter what the situation is,
Doesn't
my
matter.
knee is broke. Oh, well,
Yep.
it's because you overweight. You need to
Exactly
lose
what
weight.
it is.
Walk up
Right.
that flight of stairs.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with my
Right.
weight.
I mean, y'all know me. I'm very active, so it ain't because of that. Like,
Right.
I'm out on my feet, running around, playing this, doing that. So it's not because of that. But yeah, they make you feel uncomfortable. Like, okay, well, it's automatically assumed. You
Everything.
know, oh, you
Everything
have
is
this
a weight.
going on.
Lose
It's
weight. That'll
definitely
solve it.
you need to lose weight. Like, I'm like, yeah, I know I need to lose weight. I'm trying. That's why I'm here for you to show me what's going on internally that might be causing me from losing weight faster than I believe I should be, or even losing weight at all. Because you can be stuck, do all the diets that you want,
Yep.
and not be losing weight because of something internally, especially being a woman.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's
And
there,
being
but
an
it is
and being
super
an
important
older
to get
lady too. I'm not gonna say how old we all are. I know,
exactly all the way
but
to no. But the thing
we
is that
we are obviously not in our 20s.
'Cause I'm 29.
you're
Oh,
right.
okay.
But the other thing is
I'm
that
fine like wine.
what you were saying about everybody thinking that if you're big, you're unhealthy.
Yep.
How many
Right.
people that are super skinny football players, athletes, whatever, pass away because of heart attacks at a young
Exactly.
age?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on internally until you get yourself checked. And
True.
I'm just learning this on my journey. So just want to say for everybody out there, no matter what you look like, what size you are, you should probably go and start to get yourself taken care of.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As uncomfortable as it may be, you might find answers. You might be able to be like, oh, well, I just need to get my hormones in check. Or, you have a thyroid issue. Like, and that will help you get started on your journey. I feel like because we try to avoid hearing this outside chatter of, well, you need to lose weight. Well, no chit. That's why I'm coming to you, homie. Like, spare
Mhm.
me the details. Like, I hated going to the doctors because of that.
It's one of the
Yeah.
And,
reasons I didn't go.
yeah, it's really degrading. And it really make you depressed. Let's be
Right.
honest. And then you just don't even care.
Your
You
anxiety.
get knocked off. Like you go in there like ready, like, yeah, I'm about to figure this out, get my health in check, do this, and then oh well, you're fat. That's
They're
your
like,
problem.
right. Thank you. I could have told you that 20 minutes ago. I didn't have to pay the money to come to
Yeah.
this thing. I could have told you that.
I
I'm
knew
trying to
that.
figure out what I can do to help that. Right.
Then the wind is
If I
taking
have diabetes,
you.
or if I'm pre-diabetic, what are we gonna do
Right.
here? What I know I gotta lose weight, but it's not coming off. So where are we?
Right? Help me.
Help me, help
You
me.
know?
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's what I have health insurance for. But it is hard to go in there and hear it from somebody else, even though you know it. It hits different a little bit when you hear it from somebody else, and it's like,
Right.
but it is important to see what's going on inside. I had a friend who not recently, like a couple of years ago, went because she felt like her hormones were off and whatever, and she kept getting like her hair, the chin hair was growing really fast, and she couldn't understand what was going on. And she went in there and she had I forget what they call it, but she had something going on with her hormones, and they put her on birth control supplements, huh?
It was PCOS. That's what
Polycystic
I said.
ovarian syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
put her on that to help her with to put her on birth control to help her with and it balanced her out. And she lost a
Yeah.
little, not heavy, but she lost a couple of pounds. But she felt mentally she was unstable,
Yeah.
even from just that
Oh,
little
absolutely.
thing. So it was like,
PCOS is one of those things, and it's not. I mean, it's diagnosed. It's not
It's
really talked about. Like
misdiagnosed
when
a
I was
lot.
diagnosed with it, I was just told I had it, and that was it. Like I wasn't told
Right.
like what I could do about it, if there was anything that
Mhm.
I could do to help it. Like
Mhm.
so they
what
don't
could I
give you
do?
for it.
They
Just
told
you
me to
had
lose
it.
weight.
Yeah, lose weight. Yep.
Yeah,
Really?
and that it was
Yeah.
all in my mind. So, I mean, you guys remember when I ended up having emergency surgery because I had that large cyst on my ovary, which is a part of PCOS. You get a lot of cysts on your ovaries, and a lot of them never bother you, but this one grew to 8 centimeters and was so heavy it was on my fallopian tube that it caused my fallopian tube to twist on itself. And I went to the doctors complaining of pain telling them and all the irregular periods and this thing. He's like, oh, well, if you were in that much pain, you wouldn't be sitting here. I'm like, well, right now it's not hurting. And he's like, yeah, well, then obviously it's not an issue. You just really need to focus on losing weight. Oh, that's my cute. Okay. And then ended up, I think it was a couple of weeks later, that
Mm-hmm.
same pain got rushed to the emergency room because it was unbearable. I went in for emergency surgery. Um, they drained the cyst, and then a year later, pain came back, and I was like, I know this pain. I'm going right to the hospital. And it was the same cyst refilled, and it was already at 6 centimeters and a torsion again. And they had to remove my fallopian tube. And I looked at the doctor and I was like, so this was because of my weight? And they were like, no, honey, it's because of your PCOS. Like, anybody and everybody can have it. Like,
Yep.
you got to get your hormones regulated. Yeah, weight loss will help, but it's also a reason why you're not losing weight.
Yep.
But you know that doctor
Right,
who,
exactly.
what? Everybody loved that doctor. It was all because of my
I
weight.
just think it's crazy that people still have the mentality to be rude and crude to people that are overweight. The country is so much. There's so many people that are overweight in the country, and I'm not. Some are really overweight, some are just a little bit overweight, but a lot of people are technically diagnosed as overweight, even if they look skinny.
It's a high number. I want to say it's close to 50%, but I don't know if
Right,
I'm making that up. I lost my phone.
Yeah,
but
the
but it's
the
not.
whole scale, the BMI scale, and that's so outdated.
Oh,
Let's
it's
be
very
honest.
outdated.
Yeah,
But what they consider obese is mind blowing.
I'm
it
still
is mind
Mind
obese.
blowing.
blowing.
Right, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm still morbidly obese, is what they call me.
I
I'm like,
I think I'm just
dang,
obese now. I'll have to.
good for you.
I think so.
No,
That's
Steph.
a round of applause right there, baby.
My BMI is like 35, which is the
But
lowest it's ever been. It
it
was
is
at
off.
60.
And I just want to say, love yourself. I am in no way saying
Yeah,
you need to lose weight. I
Yep.
am in no way saying that you have to be a certain amount of pounds. Go to where you feel
Yep.
comfortable. I feel great where I am right now. I want to continue dropping down and, going on this journey. I'm not trying to be little skinny mini over here, Halle Berry. Like, I'm always gonna be a big girl, and I love my curves, and I've learned to love my
she's got
body, and
them thick
I've
thighs,
been
girl.
about
Thick thighs.
body positivity. Like, if y'all would have known me years ago, and you see my social media now, you'd be like, "Dang, who you posting all this stuff, girl?" Thighs out, thick thighs save lives. Okay, that's not what the shirt says. Don't judge me. I'm just saying they do.
I'm like, do you know how to
Right?
read?
I was like, did she forget what shirt she put on this
I
I know
know.
what shirt I got. I know the shirt I got on. Okay, I was just saying, but the thick thighs, they do be
But
saving
she's
lives.
right. No matter
But
what
I
your
do have
weight,
thin patience.
that's true. She
But
does have.
anyway,
No matter what your weight is, if you're comfortable, don't let anybody tell you
yeah.
what you do. If you feel good and you're comfortable in your own skin, which everybody
If you're
should be,
comfortable, if
Love
you're healthy,
yourself.
do
Love
you?
yourself,
Feel
because
good with
I
yourself.
love you.
Make sure everything's going well.
Yeah, I don't care what the scale says. If you are healthy, um, then keep going. If you're happy and you're comfortable with who you are, where you are, forget what anybody else got to say. It's all about your health, and that's what we're really pushing. I didn't feel healthy. I was really tired. I wasn't able to move around. I have a 3-year old. Like, I need to be able to have some energy, and just what I had wasn't it. And that was my motivation. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with myself. I felt trapped within my own body, and I know a lot of people have felt that. And it can be difficult to get started. It can be difficult because for me, accountability is a huge thing. Yeah, I'll lie to myself and I'll cheat myself, but if I know there's somebody holding me accountable, whether it be a friend or
yep.
Alex, he got me in line because I got to check in with him every week, But it's like the accountability for me is what worked. And if that works for you, get someone who's accountable. If you guys need us,
We'll be your
we will hold
buddies.
you accountable.
Yeah.
Hit us up. I'm all about women empowerment and health and pushing forward and body positivity and flaunt what you got.
Yep.
Don't ever be ashamed. Um, Another point I definitely want to talk about was like gyms, okay? Because I have a gym membership and I went once. It's real cringe. I see you cringing, Steph.
Yep.
Like, it's to
I still
hear
have a
the
hard time.
word. I cringe. And you know what? Like, in all
Yeah.
honesty, our health and fitness society as a whole, they don't accept big people. And that's crazy to me because it's like, don't you want people who are bigger to get in there and get healthy and support them and motivate them and push them? And it's very difficult for a big person to walk into a gym and you see all these skinny little people on the treadmills or these buffalo. Yeah, girl,
I
that's
don't
what
know
I
if
hear. A little tink tink on the treadmill.
She did say she's only been once, I think.
What? What'd I do?
You tink tink on the treadmill?
I'm saying them little tink tinks on the treadmill, just being there trying to be all cute with the little booty stuff, and like, is you even there to like really get healthy, or you just there to try to find a boob? Because
Okay, so most of the people at the gym, they don't care what you're doing. They don't even care that you're there. Most of them don't even notice that you're there. They might look because they see movement, but they're so focused on their own thing. I get that. I still have a hard time. I don't have a gym membership right now. Alex wants me to get a gym membership. I can't afford it with the holidays. I am going to look into it possibly after.
But you've been doing a great job. And you know, when I move back home, I still have my gym membership. I have, and I can bring a guest for free, so we can do it together. Because I definitely need to get into the gym, and not care. But I've had, and I know I've talked to so many people, so many plus size people, who, men and women, who have been harassed, made to feel uncomfortable, had things said to them. I myself have been in situations where I went to the gym and didn't go for years because of the comments that were made to me, the looks that were given, the laughs. And then people will literally pull out their phones and record you and making fun of you. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. And I wanted to lay hands on one person one time. And I was at the gym with someone, the man out there, and he was off doing his own thing, left me on the treadmill. I was very uncomfortable, didn't even want to be there. But I had a guy approach me, and he was like, well, why are you here? I was like, to work out just like everybody else. And he was like, we'll never see you again. And he's like, well, you're just going to be fat for the rest of your life, and walked away.
Like, who do they think they are?
Working out. What are you doing?
When I tell you, I was crushed. I was angry. I felt so humiliated. And this was a grown ass man. This wasn't some young retarded kid like just being a jerk. Like, you know, this wasn't just someone, like, this was a grown man being a bully. You know, and for no reason. Like, I wasn't bothering you. Like, my presence bothered you that much that you had to say something so evil. You hate yourself that bad that you had to degrade another human being. And now I can sit there and I can see that, like, wow, you hate yourself that much? Or what big girl broke your heart? Who left you crying, honey? Because, like, I can say that now, but in that moment, I cried and I was like, I'm out. I left. I walked out. Didn't even tell him I was leaving. I was like, I'm out. Sent him a text message like, I want to leave. I don't want to be here. And I couldn't even muster up the nerve to say what happened until later. But I've heard so many stories like that where you just feel so uncomfortable. So even now, like, even though, someone might not say something, as soon as you turn and look at me, and like you said, Steph, okay, movement, but because of what happened and because of what I know and I've heard, as soon as you look at me, I'm like, oh, here we go. Let me just turn around and walk out. I literally, like, I just feel so uncomfortable.
When I joined a gym years ago, I specifically joined one that was open 24/7. And I specifically went at times early in the morning when I knew that there would be very little people there. Sometimes there would be another person there. Usually I was there by myself. And that was really the only time I was comfortable.
Yeah. It's sad. It's really sad because
experience at a gym. I've always been comfortable and never really felt like anybody was looking at me, surprisingly enough, because I'm usually the one that's the most uncomfortable. But I've never really had that happen at the gym. But I just don't understand why people can't build somebody up. You see someone in there trying. whether I can stay on that treadmill for 5 minutes or 50 minutes. I'm
Cheering you on.
exactly. You're trying. Today it's gonna be 5, in 2 weeks it's gonna be 10, and
Yeah.
like you should be there helping that other person out. Look, it's not. We're not dating. We're not trying to date. We're not trying to do anything. Just be a friend. Be a person. Be a gym mate.
Yep.
Like
You're human.
Be human.
be a human, right? Like just come in there. I'm in here trying. I pay the same amount of money every month you do. We're in this gym together. We're
Cost anything to be kind.
Nope.
It
right.
really doesn't. But I've seen it so many times where people are discriminated on because they're plus size with restaurants, with being on a plane, sitting like there were so many times I wouldn't even sit on the train even if the chairs were open because I would overlap onto the other chair and people would be giving you looks or trying to squeeze in and getting all mad. And I'm like, damn, bitch, I paid for the seat too. But like, it's just society makes you feel uncomfortable.
Or just walking in a
And
store and someone coming up to you and saying, you're very pretty. You've got a very pretty face. It would be a lot prettier if it was skinnier.
yes,
Okay.
and clothing
Like
stores too.
But
like what makes you think you can go up to someone and just
right.
say whatever you want?
Girl.
Or like, oh, are you pregnant? Are you having a baby?
None of your damn
Oh
business.
my
Are you the one that's gonna raise it? Like what?
Exactly. You got money for it? Is it yours? Like,
Girl, I can't. I cannot. I really feel like society discriminates against plus size people, and now that this whole body positivity is really becoming a movement when you think about it. You have a lot of plus size celebrities.
yeah.
Lizzo, love her and her big old booty. Pow. She really exudes body positivity, and she don't give a flying what you
I
think.
definitely think it is
Okay.
interesting. Like the concept of being harassed and feeling bullied about being over it is not fully done, but it's going in a good direction.
It still happens. It still happens a lot, but I feel like people are now picking up and standing together. Um, and really just saying like, mind your business. Like
Right.
mind your business. I hate bullies. I've always stuck up for the underdog. And
Mhm.
when I see someone bullying someone because of the way they look, the way they dress, their size, um, no, I 0 to 100, I'm going off. I don't care if I don't know them at all. I could just be passing by. I hear something. I'm like, hold on,
Yep.
too. I take it personal. I'm sticking up for you, baby. I don't
And
care.
just
You're gonna
because
be my
you're
best friend.
one thing I think people and I was the same way. I used to wear Jordans, baggy jeans, and baggy shirts because I used to think there ain't gonna be pretty clothes that fit me or pretty stuff that fits me. They got clothes out there that will fit you. Trust me. And you can make yourself look good no matter what your size is and no matter what is going on.
Can I just say, there's that whole thing going on where there are people even making TikToks still, bullies who are saying, like, oh, just because it's in your size, you shouldn't wear it. Honey, if they make it in my size, even if I got to get it on,
Lay it down,
sliding
girl. Push
in,
it down. Pull it up.
okay?
Do the jump.
I'm sliding
Do the
in and I'm
jump.
tucking my tummy in all the
Oh, yeah.
leggings. You
Girl,
hear
put
me?
that thighs up on that table, girl.
You hear me?
Yep.
My tummy's getting tucked in these leggings. I dare you say something to me. No, no. If it's my size, I'm squeezing in it. It's my size. They made it my size for a reason. I paid extra for that material. Don't get me started on that. But I paid to slide my chunky rolls all up in here. And guess what? That's where it's sitting. It's smooth like butter.
Guess what? I'm wearing it out. If it makes you uncomfortable, then it makes you
Don't look.
uncomfortable.
Don't look. It
Yeah,
makes you
look away.
uncomfortable, baby. You two eyes can look the other way.
I just
Ain't
don't
nobody
get
told
it.
you gotta look over here.
No. You have complete control. Like if it bothers you that much, just
Look away.
move along.
Leave. Move.
Honestly, I used to be that person
I did.
I'd be so concerned. I would be concerned, and you guys know I always dressed like however I wanted to dress. I mean, my brother-in-law got a wonderful story about picking me up on New Year's. So I've always dressed how I felt,
Yeah.
but depending on where I was going, I feel uncomfortable. And I would act like things didn't bother me. I would act like Riss would tell you, like, you've always been confident. No, I
No,
was
we
Yeah.
don't. She's
not.
confident.
I was not confident. I hid it. I hid behind the smile and the sarcasm, and I would be the one to say, "Well, let me make the joke before you do," type thing. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, "No, honey, you about to take all of this. You gonna love it."
All of
Tell
it.
you right now, okay? It's a ride. You take it. Don't play with me. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing now. I know I'm bad. I don't care.
And she
You
don't
don't
care.
care. Yay.
I
I
don't
still
care.
do, but Nels is getting me out of that.
I
Slowly,
really
we're getting out of
do
that.
not care. Ain't none of these people paying your
No.
bills. They're not doing nothing for your life. They're not buying what's going in your house. They're not giving you money. They ain't in you. Okay, y'all know what I'm saying. If they ain't doing none of
I'm
that,
proud of
they
you, girl. You
got
did it.
no
You did
say.
it.
Girl, censoring myself. Y'all like that?
Don't you let YouTube censor you, girl.
Control over this mouth. Um, but yeah, honestly, like I've come to that point where it's like if you ain't serving me, what did I say? Financially,
Yeah, the three F's.
in you,
Yep.
Yes,
you
yeah.
know, um, then no, they do not hold any value. Their words,
Yep.
they can try to cut you down with their words, and that, but in all honesty, their words hold no value to
It
your
only
life.
shows more about them than it does about you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
just
And
not worth
honestly,
it.
like the best thing I can definitely say is if you want to lose weight, then go ahead, do it. If you're stuck and you don't know what to do, we will definitely link Alex's information in there. He does have limited spots, but keep trying and just look at his
I also have a
page for
bunch of resources
motivation.
too. In our
Yeah, like
Discord, I
we
could set up a thing where we
listen.
can have our own private little fitness area.
Yeah, I'm down to talk
Same.
about health. I'm down to like, talk about what worked for me, what didn't work for me. And like I said, it's not going to work for
Of
everybody.
course.
But even just motivation, even
Yep.
just checking in, like um, health and fitness is definitely half mental. Like you really got to be in
It,
that mindset,
I would say
you
it's even
know?
more mental than half.
Yeah,
You
Honestly,
have
it is.
I
and
had a
you have
lot of mental
to.
blocks. Sorry, Russ. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I had a lot of mental blocks, and it wasn't until I hit that wall in January 2020 when I was just like, why? Like, why do I keep sabotaging myself? Why do I keep doing this? Like, why do I keep just circling and gaining it all back and losing and
Yeah.
gaining it all back?
It
And
definitely is mental. There's a lot of things that go behind weight, whether it be emotional. And in all honesty, for me, I've been in therapy recently, and I've come to realize that a lot of my eating was comfort
yep,
Yeah.
and safety,
yep,
and I put
Even
on
sometimes
weight
even
because
bored. You know.
yeah, that too. But like I put on weight because I felt like it would protect me because I've been raped before and I've been abused, and I'm like, okay, well, ain't nobody want the bigger girl. BS, let me tell you, because they
it
Yeah.
want
Let
is.
me tell
the
you, that
girl.
is real.
Okay,
In fact, they're
they
even
want
more
the
bold
girl.
with the bigger girls because they think that
They
they can
are.
say
I'm
anything
telling
to
you.
us and we'll just be like, oh, yes, please. Please love
Yeah,
us.
yeah, no, I'm not begging for you, baby.
You get it all
Mm-mm.
the time. You're like, oh, are you single because you're big? No, I'm single because I want to be single. There are many a men knocking
I'm
that.
single because the quality in the fish
That's
pool
what I'm
is
saying.
lacking.
Exactly.
Y'all over there like
Exactly.
Nemo with no tail.
I could get a date every night of the week, but it's like I'm with what? With who? With what? These
What are
guys
you
out there
offering me?
sitting? Exactly. As Stephanie
What are
said,
you adding to my life?
I'm not gonna say my age, but I am grown and I can take care of myself. Don't need nobody else to take care of me.
Okay,
So,
Uh,
I clap on that.
but it's funny what people think. Oh, you don't eat your food because you're shy, or you don't.
yeah. Or
You're
you,
not going on dates because you're too big. No, they like the big girls. Let me tell you, it's not.
yep.
It's not
Yeah,
fair.
Man, the things that guys have like just come up and said, like random strangers, even people I know, but random strangers just coming up to you on the street and the things that they say to you, like
Mhm.
what, what? Like I want to sleep, like
Mhm.
I want to you, and I'm like I'm just
Girl,
trying to
You,
get to
it's
the train, like
I'm
right. Just trying to get to the
that
train.
away.
That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not looking for you. Just please, exactly.
Yeah.
like
Wait till we get the dating stuff on the episode. Trust me, you guys will see it.
Oh my
oh
Hard to
goodness.
get
man,
dates
it's
being a
just
big girl.
insane.
It's honestly like it's definitely it's weird because I felt like, keeping on weight, I wouldn't attract as many
Right.
people. Um, and baby, there's plenty of people that love the fluffies. Okay, let's keep it 100. I ain't got no problem in that category in my life. Okay, but there are men like Steph said, like they just say random things to you. Like I even had a guy at a bar one time just come up to me and be like, "Can I buy you a drink?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." And he's like, "Damn, I've always had a fetish of a BBW. Sir, you want to go to the other end of the bar without me?"
Wait.
Okay,
So
because I will not be your fetish. You are not going to conquer this fetish today.
you better find another
Okay.
one.
It's like you think because I'm big, I'm desperate, and oh, you show me a little bit of attention, I'm gonna just throw myself at you.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh no, it takes a lot more than that. A lot. You gotta
Mhm.
put in the work and continue to put in the work. Don't. I'm not desperate. I got my vibrator. I'm cool.
That is not this conversation. We are going off
Saying,
the
Can you
rails.
put up the praying corner, please?
We are going off the rails.
I'm just saying. I'm not desperate because I'm big. Like,
We
No.
don't
know,
take
girl.
me
We
for
all
that,
get. We
okay?
know. It's not. Wait till we do the
I
dating
don't
thing.
need a man. I want a man. There's a difference.
I
But
got a
they
man.
over here acting like I need a man. Like, nah, I need you.
All right, that can be another episode.
I
We
got
see.
Tyrese.
Mhm. Oh man. Back to
Put
health
them
and
demon
fitness.
toys away, girl. Put them demon toys away.
That's what your best friend says. But you be using them demon toys.
Mm-hmm.
Got a
Back
hot
to the
in
health and
here.
fitness thing, I would say for me and what I think works for a lot of people is starting
Baby
Yeah.
steps.
small victories. If you drink a lot of soda and you know that's not great, cut the soda out for a while and then
Switch to
move on
diet
to
soda for a
something else.
little while. If it
Exactly.
if it's
Sparkling
gonna sweet
water.
sparkling. Yeah,
Sparkling
I love
water.
sparkling
Right.
water.
Find some sugar-free stuff to put in your coffee if you like it sweet. There's many steps you can take, small little victories
Drink
to
that
change.
gallon of water a day. That was
I
the
in no
hardest part
way
for me.
will
Still
That's
endorse
is.
hard for me
something.
too, actually.
However, Torani has some amazing sugar frees. I have all their syrups to put in coffees. The black cherry right in here.
I feel it's small little things. Don't say, you know what, I got to eat salad all day because that's not
No.
what you have to do. You just
No, because salad could actually be the worst thing for you.
I have
It
not
really
had a
depends on what you
salad in
put on
2
it.
years. In almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Not one.
it's like little things like that. Just do little
Hmm.
ones. You're proud of yourself. Go a week without having any bread or any carbs, and then go a week and add something else or no sugar or this and that. Start with small little things, and then you'll see how easy it becomes. It's like, okay, I'm
Make
not going
small
to sugar.
changes over time.
Yep.
Because if you cut cold turkey, and that's where a lot of people fall
That's
off.
what
That's
I'm
where you
talking
get the
about.
whole New Year resolution. You get in there and you're going great for a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, but then you just hit that like, oh, and you get so frustrated and so upset, and the scale's not moving the way you want it to move, and you jump off shit.
And
And that's why it's good, like Riss said, like move slow, take your time, baby step into it. It's not gonna happen overnight. Don't expect for it to happen overnight. But first you have to love yourself. Absolutely love yourself. Get naked, stand in front of the mirror, and really get to know yourself. Love your body.
And
Riss, you need to do that, Riss.
one thing that I regret is that I did not take pictures at the very beginning of my journey. I only have pictures
Yeah,
from halfway through. So make
yeah,
sure you take some pictures. I know you don't like the pictures and you don't want to
absolutely.
look at the picture. Just take the picture
You
and put it
will
away.
love it though. You will
Because
absolutely love it.
later you will
Because
enjoy
I,
looking at it.
yeah, I have pictures when we were on vacation in Haiti at my heaviest weight, and I look at that picture and I put it to the side of where I'm at now, and I'm like, who was that girl? Didn't even realize how big I was.
Yeah, yeah.
I really didn't. I'm over here looking at wrist like, why you let me look like that? Why you out me? I was thinking I was all cute in my little sundress maxi, looking like a whole
I
moo
know
moo.
exactly what picture you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was bad in that dress, and now I look at it like, oh
You were
baby, no,
bad in
that
that
wasn't
dress,
it.
girl. You
That
were
wasn't
still
it. And
bad
you
in the
weren't
dress.
comfortable, and you weren't happy, and you could see the difference between the smile I had then versus the smile I have now. And that's because I didn't love myself then, and I love myself now. You can't tell
That's
me
big.
no
Proud of you,
different.
girl.
That's
You got
big.
to definitely love yourself before you start this journey and be committed to yourself and
Yeah.
know that if you're cheating yourself. You're not hurting nobody else but you. And you have to hold yourself to a higher standard to be like, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to let me down ever again. And forgive yourself.
So
And
that was,
Yes.
you're going to have moments. You're going to
Yeah.
definitely fall off, and that's okay.
That's exactly
Just
what I was
get
gonna
right back
say.
on. But forgive yourself.
You're
and
gonna
I think
have
it's
bad
important.
days.
Right, it's important to do it. Like if you have a cheat day, you just like whatever. I have to have this cookie today, and I did it. Don't go down the whole. Okay, well I ate it today. I'll eat it tomorrow, and then I'll eat it the next day,
Right.
and then just you go down that hole of all right, I have to do it every day now, or I made a mistake, so I'm so depressed at myself, I'm just going to continue to eat it.
Well, now
Yeah,
it's
you
Yeah.
make
too late. It's all over now.
wait. I gained this pound back. I got to stop. You're gonna cheat. You're gonna have bad days,
Yep.
but just make sure it's a day and not a month and not a week,
Exactly.
days, or whatever.
Exactly.
And that's it. The holidays are around. We're all gonna do something crazy
I
at the
cheated
holidays.
on
We're all gonna
Thanksgiving
have
and
something
I
to
loved
protect us.
every second.
But you got back on it,
I did.
and then
Yeah.
Christmas, you'll probably do the same thing, and then you right back into the. Just
Yeah.
don't make it days. Make it a
Yep.
day.
Yep.
That's my last advice for. It's hard. We're all on it. We're all at different journeys in this journey, and it's
Yep.
small little
It's,
things.
it's definitely a lifestyle change. I don't want to, I feel like diet has a negative word,
It does.
Yeah.
you know? And people are like, all right, well, it's a diet, it's temporary. No, it got to be a lifestyle change in order for it to work and in order to, stick to it and know that, yeah, you're gonna gain some of it back, and then, but you got the tools, and then you'll be able to lose it again. And don't ever give up on yourself if it's something that you truly want and something that is gonna make you happy and make you feel comfortable and make you healthier. That's the main point. Like, your health is so important, and I wish I knew that uh,
Yeah.
earlier on. I wish I would have taken it more serious, and not just gone with the flow and listen to other people and deal with it, because there were people in my life who wanted me to fail. Um,
Yep.
there were people who were just like, oh well, you're a big girl, so you got to do this, you got to do that. Like, oh, who cares? Like, you're always gonna be big, and it's just, don't listen to nobody. Don't, I
Do
don't care
what
who
you
they
want.
are.
Yep.
Your mama, your daddy,
Doesn't
aunties,
matter who they are.
uncles, sisters, brothers, cousins. Cut them out. If that's what you got to do to get on your journey and get healthy, cut out the negativity. You need ideas or something, like, yo, hit us up. Video chat us. We're going to walk through your house with you and be like, baby, use that. You know,
If you don't want to talk to us, there's plenty of groups up there, free groups for support systems and
yeah.
people you can talk to for size and age and
Hmm. Find a group. There are plenty of groups. I know, like, even on Facebook there are groups of, whether it be moms or even just women in general, a plus size community, people who are on the health and fitness that would love the company to just go walk around the park, or even go walk around the mall when it's cold outside. Like, heck, when I move back home, like, we're gonna be going out, we're gonna be doing walks. Like, I would love to at least like once a week get together with everyone and just be able to just go walk around and do whatever. Um, find people who are going to help you and motivate you and not tear you down. Because I'm telling you right now, if you come on a walk with me and I see that you're trailing behind, I'm slowing down. I'm trailing behind with you, and we are going
Yep.
to finish it together. Like, I am not going to walk ahead of you. I'm not. No, because it don't matter how fast I walk, the distance. We're getting there together. We're going. That's it. And
Agree.
you need to find people who are going to help you on that journey and make you comfortable and just help you succeed and push you. I feel like a lot of people definitely need that. I know for me, I need it.
Yep,
You know.
totally.
So, uh, lifestyle changes, not a diet.
Not a diet.
Health and fitness journey.
Yep.
And your
Uh,
peeps.
it's not easy in no way, shape, or form, or any of us downplaying any of it. As you can tell, we've all been on this journey and we know the struggles. And great for the people that can just go and drop weight like that. Congrats, kudos to you. Like I'm proud of you. I'm not mad. I'm not jealous. I'm not bitter. Like but that's not the norm for everybody. And when people start realizing that and stop downgrading and down talking people because they are plus size or because they're trying to live a healthier life. I've heard stories of people committing suicide because people in their lives or even just people in society that they've run into bullying them for their size, and they felt uncomfortable and they were depressed. You never know what someone's going through. You don't know what they're struggling with, their health, what they've been through, the dieting that they've tried. Like there's that whole thing going on. Like, oh, the person you call fat is over here and they're bulimic and they're dying. Like it's so difficult, and you really just don't know what someone's going through. It, like I said, it don't cost nothing to be kind.
Yep. It just goes back to
Um,
the old saying: you don't have
Yeah.
nothing nice to say, then
and you
shut your
could come
dinging
up here in
mouth.
these comments and you could try to fat shame me all you want. I will show my ass all up on this camera for real, for real. I don't care. Let me see somebody bullying somebody else in these comments too, because you getting all this fluff. You getting it all.
Just be kind. If you see somebody in a place that's heavy and they're in the gym, try to motivate them. Show them, go ride the treadmill next to them or the bike next to them and make someone feel comfortable. Don't think about the comments you're making and how they would affect you if you were in that same person's situation. If you were the
Right.
heavy person in the gym or you were the heavy person in the restaurant, would you want someone looking at you or commenting on what food you were eating and how you were eating it? Just be kind and think about what you say before you say it. The person is You don't know what they're dealing with inside their head. You know how much it mustard for that person to go to the gym and actually get on a treadmill in front of everybody, and then to have feel like everybody's staring at you. Just
Right.
just give them the be kind and thoughtful for what you say to people. If you're on an airplane next to somebody and they're coming over a little bit on your side of the seat, it is what it is. Snuggle up, put a mask on, be
For
comfy.
real.
You'll
For
be
real.
warm. You'll be warm.
You'll be
I'll squish
warm.
up next to me.
For real. And no joke. I mean, obviously, I'm still a plus size girl, but I can now fit into my seat in the airplane. I can put my buckle on without needing the extender because, honey, we all know I needed it. I could put the armrest down, but I was traveling for work, and there was a rather large gentleman who was sitting in the middle seat, and there was a skinty lady on the end, and then you got me, big mouth over here. And he's sitting down, and I was like, instead of asking him if he wanted the armrest up, I said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, but do you mind if I put this up? Because it's just digging into my hip." Like, he's like, "No, go right ahead," because I knew it would be comfortable for him. It had nothing to do with me, but I was conscious and aware, knowing he's sitting there trying to do one of these. Now,
Yep.
I didn't want to give up my window seat because I like to lean on it. But he's over here doing this because he doesn't want to bother me, and he doesn't want to bother the little skinty lady over here who got a whole attitude because she is sitting next to a fluffy man. Okay, so I put it up because I'm like, that come over this side just a little bit more. I'm fine with cuddling. I love to cuddle people, and COVID doesn't stop me from hugging on people or loving on people. So, honey, I trust and believe. Like I'm a cuddle a stranger.
But it's
I
little
don't
things like
care.
that makes a difference. That person had to sit in that seat for whatever reason, and
Right,
it's so hard to be uncomfortable in that seat. I will not get a middle seat just because of that.
right.
Will
I
not happen.
honestly
I
like.
will
I don't
pray
like
for the
the
seat next to me in order to stop from having to deal with
yeah.
that.
But and that goes back to you never know what someone's going through, right? So
Yeah,
who knows? He might have been going home to bury a loved one, and that was the
yeah,
last. The plane was full. You know what I mean? Like I don't I'm not thinking in my mind, oh, he really had to pick this seat. He personally want to sit here, like, because I'm telling you, homegirl on the end, her attitude, I was ready to get up and show her my whole backside, because she was just the huffing and the puffing, like, girl, you ain't even taking up half your seat. Move over and let the man come through. Okay? Like, you're not that privileged. Okay? Like, calm down, honey. Calm down. If you didn't want nobody sitting next to you, maybe you should have went first class. Maybe you should took your little bougie
You should
self
have got the aisle
right
seat.
on up there. Okay?
Ain't nobody like the aisle
Another
seat.
thing. Thank you. Thank you. But that's neither here nor there, okay? So I'm just
Exactly.
saying, be kind, and I'm gonna make it personal on me to make you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Because I've been there. I've been much bigger. I'm still big, but I'm so conscious over how things might be taken, or I would have felt uncomfortable if I was that size and someone said to me, "Hey, if you want to put this armrest up, you're more than free to." I'll be like, "No, good." Like it would make me uncomfortable. But that's why I said to him, I was like, "Do you mind this up?" Oh, it's in my hip, like. And I said it in a way where you knew he just had to laugh at me because I was like, "Yo, this is not, you know." So I'm just, that's what it is, And I feel like if the world did more things like that and were more kind to people and understanding, like we'd be in such a better place. You know what I mean? Just lead by example, like. And for the rest of the flight, me and him just kiki, we talked, we chatted, and you know, he was heading home to deal with personal issues, and we didn't talk about them. But it goes back to saying you never know what somebody's going through, or why they're on that plane, or how they're feeling. And you could really turn someone's day around, or even change their life just by a simple thing of I made it about me, but I knew that it was going to make him comfortable, and he absolutely relaxed a little bit more into the seat, and I'm like, yo, it's cold on this plane. That's what I. Oh, it's cold. He's like, you want me to turn down the air? I was like, no.
Like even asking
And
for
he
the
would just laugh.
even asking for the seatbelt extender when you can't sit in it. There's some flight attendants that are like, "Oh, you need this," and they're flapping it, and other ones will be like, sneaking under the tape, like the thing, so you know that they're comfortable. They don't flash it to everybody that's what's going on. It's little things like that that make a difference. You're already embarrassed to have to ask for a seatbelt extender from said flight attendant. Another thing, if they're like to the whole thing, oh yeah, she needs this flight attendant down here, aisle 12, right here, this one over here.
Oh, so uncomfortable. We've been through that. And there was even a point in time where Russell would be like, ask them for it for me. Ask them for it. I'm like,
or
I
even
want it.
worse, the crazy part, I wouldn't even get one, and I wouldn't buckle my seatbelt.
And you just put the sweater over your lap. I've done that so many times. I'm like, well, if the plane going down, it's going down there regardless. This seatbelt ain't gonna keep me in here.
Most fit now, but I always have a backup. I carry one. You can now bring one with you, so I have one that you can put in a little slot, and you bring it on, and it goes with all the planes. You don't have to ask anybody no more. But most of the time they're good. But you have to find. It's sad that you have to find alternatives for yourself. You don't have to, but myself is like find a way to do it. Exactly.
And that's because society makes you uncomfortable.
Right.
Let's be real. Them seats, they're small for even the average person.
Oh, yeah. Because like we said before, so many Americans now are overweight. These things were made for like going to a stadium and sitting in a game. Some skinny people don't even be sitting in them seats good. You think someone with thick thighs and thick sides is going in that seat spot?
I got a big booty and some thick thighs and hips, and even now.
Fenway Park, I'm not even sure any of us would fit into Fenway Park seats. Them things are like
tiny.
Right, exactly. Like everything's kind of made, and they're starting to like a lot of the planes they're building a little bit wider, and stuff like that because people are getting wider. Like
yeah.
It's still an uncomfortable situation. So, but a lot of people like that,
Absolutely. And you know what? You're not going to change everybody's mind. You're not going to stop the stigmas and society from really downgrading people and belittling them and making them feel horrible about themselves. You're not going to stop that. The one thing that you can change is your mentality on yourself and your worth, and really change your reaction to how it affects you.
Right.
And get on your journey and be happy. And if you're happy being plus size where you're at, baby, do it. I really want to do a boudoir. That's how you say it. I want to do one of those photo shoots. I want to show all this greatness. So, I'm gonna get a group of girls together and we're gonna body positivity. We're gonna do a boudoir shoot together. Like, I'm all for it.
I'm down.
When I come home, there's some big changes that are happening. And we're gonna invite whoever wanna come.
Marissa's like,
Do it.
out.
Oh, she coming too, honey. You coming too. I don't care if you hide behind a big inflatable duck, but you gonna be there showing some skin.
You can't put me in something else besides an inflatable duck.
That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Wow,
wow. That's
like a duck. Like, dang, girl, you can put the little duck in front of me right here. Walk around with a little duck.
quack, quack.
That's all I can see now.
Quack, quack. Stephanie!
I'm sorry.
Y'all better get me a duck there. I'll quack, quack. You better get me a duck.
Oh my god. It's all like...
The moral of the story
I will
is
do it without the duck.
yourself.
I will do it without the ducky.
Yes,
I am on a
love
very
yourself.
good journey.
Yes. Yes, I love it. I'm so excited. I'm excited for all of our journeys to continue. But I'm really excited for everyone else too. If you're just getting started or if you've been on your journey, share with us. Let us know.
Yep.
If there's anything we can do to help you guys, let us know. We're here. We got a lot to talk about. We can talk about this a lot longer. But
Yeah, we did talk a lot tonight. Look at
I
us.
think we'll definitely kind of cut that a little bit. But there'll be more segments about our health and fitness journeys, and it really did morph into society and how it looks at plus size people as well. And I mean, it ties into health and fitness and what we're all going through. But it definitely challenged you guys to literally get naked, stand in front of the mirror, and love yourself. Love all your roles, your stretch marks. Like, you're beautiful. You are absolutely beautiful. And once you start loving yourself, you're going to see your mentals change. Your mentality is going to be so different. You're going to look at yourself in a different light, and you're really going to give yourself the best effort that you absolutely deserve. Don't ever settle for less. And like I said, if you are comfortable where you're at, flaunt it, show it, love yourself, and love on everybody else. And until next time, love somebody, be kind to somebody, do something. Do something nice, okay? We'll see you guys next week.